stops it. He pulls that bow back and he starts screaming. The whole arena is doing it too. So that lets you know that, yes, he has officially arrived at the superstardom. Alex Pereira has got to a place now where when he's coming out and he stops it, he pulls that bow back and he starts screaming. The whole arena is doing it too. So that lets you know that, yes, he has officially arrived at the superstardom position.
I personally make it a point not to like any other middleweight, just because they are potential opponents. I don't want to get to know them that way. Him being a middleweight at that time kind of put him on my radar in that respect. But then he moved to light heavy, and then he's doing his thing in light heavy. And the longer he's in light heavy, the more I'm starting to like the guy. The more I'm starting to like the way he just approaches fights. I got to say, he's got to be one of the coolest fighters at the moment, in my opinion.
Well, like I said, these middleweights should get on their fucking knees and thank me because I got this man out of there. Because if not, you have to deal with him over and over again, all of you. And I doubt any of you would want to fight this guy.
Izzy had came out a while back and goes, people don't realize when he goes up to 205, he's going to be a problem. He's just to deal with. And it makes sense. Because they're not used to people being that composed out there, that relaxed.
Everybody in that middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight division are in trouble when they fight a guy like Alex Pereira. If you don't take the path of least resistance and you let him actually fight in the way that he does have the biggest advantage, I think they're all in trouble.
I've never seen anyone ever throw punches that hard. When he hits people, he doesn't like go through their face. I feel like he moves their entire like body.
I think science should study Pereira, because how does this man hit that hard? I want some more info on. You saw the clip all week where he's hitting the punching device that Ngannou hit, and he breaks his record by like 30% or something preposterous. So I wanna see like multiple people hit that multiple times. Like, you know, it's like, can they get the same number like 10 times in a row or something?
I like Alec. I mean, I met him once, didn't really talk. I don't think he speaks much English. He's giant. He's terrifying. He's a scary human being.
Yeah, the guy has power. He punch. He is striker. The good striker, and one of the best guys in the strike. I don't know how it will come up from under me, brother. I want to fight Pereira in Brazil. He's his home.
He's the kind of fighter that fight fans fall in love with. He brought back excitement and, you know, energy to the light heavyweight division, and he's a bad boy, man.
His game has been called simple, which is fine, but, you know, best of luck to the rest of the light heavyweight division. We all love Magomed Ankalaev and his game and his wrestling and his versatility, you know. All the best against that Poatan cat.
The guy just has that look like he's made out of steel. Even if you're able to kind of take him down and control him, he kind of has that feel that it always seems like he's like wiry and controlling you. You know, even if you kind of have the upper hand on him.
That lets you know that that's a championship mentality. Like, look, whatever happens, I know I can do it. I know I can beat these guys. I know I'm better than them on the feet. All I gotta do is fix this. And he has that championship mentality. I've got to be honest, man. I'm a huge fan. A huge fan.
I'll tell you what. Alex is a national treasure. It's very rare we have a guy come into mixed martial arts and do what he's been able to do. He's finishing everybody. I don't think any of his fights have ever gone to a decision.
He's very cerebral in his thoughts or his approach to the game. He doesn't over punch, doesn't over kick. He picks his shots and he chooses them wisely, and he picks people apart.
As an elite level fighter myself, you can't help but be impressed with what Alex Pereira has done over the past couple of years. You know what I mean? I really, really respect what he's done. Does that mean that I don't want to fight him? No, I absolutely want to fight him.
Even if a guy like Tom Aspinall wants to stand with him, a guy that's 232 pounds going in there, he's probably going to be a lot heavier. if he does go to heavyweight, I feel like a guy like Tom Aspinall could actually be in trouble too.
Let's ride this wave all the way as far as we can take it, okay, until the wheels fall off. Try and become the first ever person to become a three-weight world champion, a three-weight division. That would be unbelievable. What a story. What a narrative. People love this guy. They really do.
And it's just one of those things where you got a guy who hits that hard and he's tying you up and looking for that big left hook, which he puts everybody down with. Look at the Strickland fight. Look at all these other guys. It's like he's not the fastest striker, but when he connects, it is dangerous.
It's not just dangerous power. He's sneaky. He's really technical and creative when he's hitting people.
Yeah.
It's like hands down, straight up.
Yeah.
You know, and he moves in on you, and it's just like, it's so filled with danger.
Yeah.
Like every step he moves towards guys, you see this like recognition of this, like it's a different kind of power.
Yeah, I don't. His strikes aren't like devastatingly fast, but my God, does that man carry power? Yeah. That man only had to touch a little finger on your head and you'd be knocked out. So I think Pereira's got sort of that type of thingy.
This guy's not joking around. When he says, I'll always be ready and I will fight anybody, he really means it. Is he good enough for John Jones and Aspinall? I mean, look, that's yet to be proven. But as far as what you're saying about the one guy that we currently have, even in front of John, like John can't go down to 185. The only guy that we have that realistically could even be given the opportunity to end the conversation of greatest ever is a guy that's only had 11 fights from a kickboxing background that weighs, or I apologize, at an age of 36 years old. It's unbelievable.
I didn't know until I went to Brazil last time. He and Charles Oliveira are the biggest stars, huge stars. Like people love them because I think it's because the humble beginnings, right? He used to work on a tire shop, so he was an alcoholic or something. So a lot of problems overcome everything. If he moves to the heavyweight, and imagine if he beats Aspinall, he's going to be one of the best ever.
Pereira's very good at stalking his opponents. He's very good at walking people down, walking into their range, and then slipping and countering. Like we saw this against Yuri when he was under pressure. You know, he's very good at slipping and countering, slip and counter, cover, slip, counter. It also means that every punch he throws has been considered because he's not throwing combinations because that's what's been preset in his central nervous system. He's throwing the strikes that he knows are going to be applicable because he's watching his opponent.
He also forces you to fight fights that you know is not going to be beneficial to you. You know, having to stand with Alex Pereira, at some point he's going to find a way to hurt you. Whether it's with those brutal leg kicks or with his hands, he's going to find a way to hurt you.
You could put him in a tuxedo and have one of those, you know, long cigarettes, and you could put him in some classy place, and you look at Alex Pereira's face, and you know that he enjoys hurting people. He just has that look.
Pereira's a star, man. He just came out of nowhere and he accepted everything. And so shout out to, I said last night on Twitter, I was like, Alex Ali Pereira, because he just carries himself so well. He doesn't talk complete shit. Like he just, I don't know, he's like a role model.
We talk about in boxing and in life where somebody can put themselves in a position to make you feel like they're an unstoppable force. Like there's nothing, like you have no say. Like you can't stop what's going to happen to you. He comes close to being that unstoppable force.
It's very impressive, his story. His story is very impressive. What he's done in kickboxing, coming to the UFC, hunting me down, getting hunted, and then going up to 205 now. Like when they do a story or a movie on his life, it's gonna be something amazing.
When you hear your rival, right, someone like Israel Adesanya say that he is special. That means something, okay? It's not like Izzy and Poatan are great friends, you know, and the fact that he respects Pereira and sees him as special says a lot to me.
It's, yeah, I think as an athlete, I think what he's done as an athlete is incredible. You know, 2-division champion and 2 different sports at the highest level of those sports, you know, shaking things up and just, yeah, bro, he's special. He's definitely a special athlete.
Pressure doesn't seem to bother the guy. I think he's thriving in there. He's had a real crap life that he worked through. Like, he's been through it. The fact that he gets to make a ton of money and fight the best guys in the world and be a badass martial artist, he's living it up.
This is why this sport is so amazing. For people like that, for people like Alex Pereira that have that kind of, for want of a better cliched, statement, that warrior mentality.